So let's talk through why sets make sense. Okay. We've mentioned this before, but I kind of want to give you a recap now. Now that you've seen the sets that we have and you've seen the drop down process, I kind of want to remind you why it's in your customer's best interest to get a set. Number one, they get the right tool for the right job. Again, they're cooking anywhere between 2 to 7 days a week. And if they're cooking 2 to 3 meals a day, that's anywhere from 4 meals a week to 21 meals. They need to have the right tool for the right job, regardless of what they're cooking. Number two, sets are cheaper. Again, all of our sets have a built in discount because they're bundled together. When things are prepackaged, they naturally are cheaper because of that. Number three, your customers can get free stuff. See, we can add on free items to all of our sets, even if it's the smallest set that we have. And the number four, all of our sets are safer because they come in a block or a tray. It's safer to have really high quality sharp knives in a block or a tray and not just floating around in a drawer. So, really quick, let's think about who buys sets. Everybody. Everybody gets things in sets. I mean, if you were to think about it, when don't things come in sets? If you're buying forks and spoons, it's going to come in a set. If you're buying plates, it comes in a set. If you're buying a living room, it comes in a set, right? You have your couch, your love seat, and your chair. Or it comes in your sectional sofa with the matching ottoman. Okay, well, let's look at moms. Moms love buying things in sets. They buy towel sets, and they buy drape sets, and they buy bed sets. That's just naturally how things come. Same with families. Okay, they have to come in sets for the mom, dad, two kids. That's standard how most sets come across. Well, people that like and love to cook, obviously they're going to get sets because they need more knives for most of their cooking. One thing I want you to remember though is that people who hate to cook also buy sets. Put yourself in the position where, let's say that you need to drive 30 minutes to work every single day. Would you rather drive 30 minutes to work in a car that takes 5 minutes to start, has no AC, and you have to put air in it every other day? Or would you rather drive to work in a 2020 Toyota? I'm sure all of you would agree you'd want to drive in a 2020 Toyota, even if you hate that 30-minute drive. So, even customers who love to cook, they're going to buy things in sets. Even new customers who like to cook, they're going to buy things in sets. And the customers who hate to cook, they still need a set, even if it's a small set that we have, because when they cook, they're going to want to get knives and have knives that work. One of the most frustrating things for me would be to go into my kitchen, and I'm already hating to cook, and now I'm using a knife that sucks. This makes my experience that much worse. Okay? That's why people buy sets. So there's three main sets that we have. And I want you to know that if you want to sell larger sets this weekend, you want to make sure that the customer understands the homemaker is not the biggest set that we have. And we do that with our framing and with our conversation. So at the beginning of the demo, when we're talking about Cutco is awesome. You can buy sets or pieces. We have tons of accessories, gifts, hunting tools, and more. Now, Ms. Jones, do you cook because you have to, you like to, or you love to? And if somebody says they have to cook, great, you'll probably like our basic set. Again, the homemaker set, that's 7 knives, it's 2 forks, and it's a spatula. It's nothing really special. We've had that same set since 1949. The family set, if our customer says that they like to cook, that's our signature set, but we call that our family set. This is your medium set. This is my personal favorite. It's a set that I believe everybody in America should own. You have everything that comes in the homemaker set. You can get table knives or the larger steak knives. It has your super shears in the block and the 3 customer most requested tools. Your cheese knife for anything dense, starchy, or squishy. You have your hearty slicer for your tougher, harder foods to get through. And you have your mini chopper, your petite santoku. That's the best set anybody can have. Then you have your complete set. Now, a pro tip on this, don't call it the ultimate set. The ultimate set can sound really intimidating to your customers. That block size, it's only the size of a sheet of paper. That's it. Call it the complete set because it will complete their kitchen. It has every knife that we make, and they will never have to worry about getting a knife ever again. It comes with place settings for 12. Table or steak knives, super shears in the block. So these are the 3 main sets that we sell, okay? All of our sets have the same value no matter which set it is. So I want to remind you that new representatives don't make sales because they have advanced sales skills. New representatives make sales because they follow the program, they read the manual, and they call the office. You do those things, you will have great success with our team. So I want to cover the price of this galley set really quickly for you. So there's the Galley Plus 6, which has just about everything that's in the Homemaker set. It doesn't have the Master Carving set, and it doesn't have that butcher knife, and it has 6 place settings. That basic galley is the same, however, it has no table knives up front. Now, really quickly, that basic galley set is only $184 a month. $184 today, that's less than a family phone bill. $184, that's less than a family grocery bill. So doing some simple math, let's say that a family gets a basic galley set. Well, the basic galley is $900. If we were to multiply that by 2, let's say 2 families get a basic galley set, that's $1,800. Well, $1,800, that's more than $1,664 for that Homemaker set, right? Well, what that means is if you have 2 customers this weekend that could spend $184 if they wanted to on a basic galley set, then you sold more than selling 1 Homemaker set. Remember, it's not only about selling Homemakers nothing, it's about showing and selling everything. Now, let's say that your customers really, really like the knives. They say, man, I love this Galley Plus 6 set. I'm just kind of unsure about the price. Well, if they like the knives, but the price is their biggest issue, what do you think you should do? Well, you probably would think, let me call the office so that I can get a deal on this set. Every single set that we have, from our largest to our smallest, we can get deals and discounts on. However, you don't know what deals and discounts we can do yet because you're brand new, and that's okay. You learn them through time, through practice, and most importantly, through calling the office, okay? Again, representatives don't make sales because they have advanced sales skills. They make sales because they read the manual, they follow the program, and they call the office. Let's look at our starter sets. So you have your Essentials Plus 5. You have your Basic Essential set, which is the Essentials Plus 5 with no table knives. You have your Studio Plus 4 and your Basic Studio set. Now, if we're looking at that Basic Studio set, and that set is $110 a month. Okay, $110 a month for 5 months. That breaks down to about $3.30, $3.40 a day. That's less than a cup of coffee, right? At a fast food restaurant. So $3 a day, $110 a month, that's a family going out to eat, okay, for $100. That's a husband and wife going to a nice restaurant for date night. That's $100. Let's do some simple math again. What's 5 times 6? That's 30. So then 50 times 6, you add 1 0. That's 300. 500 times 6, add 2 zeros. That's 3,000. Okay? So what that means is if you have 6 customers this weekend that spend $110 on a Basic Studio set, 6 customers, that means you've sold $3,000 in your first weekend. You've knocked out 2 promotions. You've made over $400 in your first paycheck as well. You're well on your way to doing $10K in your first 10 days. Additionally, that's $28 a week for that Basic Studio set. Some of you spend more than $28 a week on eating out and gas for your car. So that means if you really, really wanted to, you could buy a Basic Studio set. Now, let's say you're at the Basic Studio and your customer really, really likes it. They go, man, this is the perfect set for me. I'm just really hesitant on that price. I just can't do it right now. What do you think is the best option to do? Yes, call in. Call in for a deal. We will work with you to get a best deal for you and for your customers. Remember, ask. You ask for the order, you smile and nod, stay silent while they're thinking, and then call the office for a deal every single time because we will help you. I'm going to go ahead and finish up with the rest of our starter sets. I'm not going to spend too much time on them after this. However, I do want you to realize that all of our sets come with free stuff. All of our sets are safer because they come in a block or a tray. All of our sets are cheaper because they're discounted, and each of them will have the right tool for the right job, even if your customer wants to customize it. Let's say your customer likes that gourmet set, but they're not sure about that boning knife. They want to replace it with a 4-inch paring knife. Hey, best option, call the office. See what we can do for them to hook you and hook them up. Again, sets just make sense. Everybody buys sets. And new representatives, you're not going to make sales because you have advanced sales skills. You're going to make sales because you read the manual, because you follow the program, and because you call the office.